Splyce have so much potential. The one thing that I say about Splyce is they've got 4 fantastic individual players. I do worry that they may be missing that leader, that kind of calming presence of Tommy, Swanee, or someone a little bit more experienced. So with 4 hot-headed players like Bance, Madcat, the likes of Josh, they can get fired up, but can they push that top 4? I think at the moment they sit in that kind of 5th to 6th region. I'd love to see them go all the way, but for me, that's where they sit.
As this one coming to a close, Chance, is this kind of a good start for Europe? Is this a start Europe needed? Because coming in again, I feel like a lot of people looked at European competition this year and said, nah, dude, they can't hang this year. But, I mean, so far so good for the Europeans, right?
Well, it's kind of 50-50 for me. Like, I think Splyce was going to be the favorite team in this matchup. I think they got the convincing win, and that's what should happen against a team like Evil Geniuses. Infused.
A lot of questions coming into this one. How will, like I said, Allegiance fare off against the side of Splyce? Splyce having, like I said a minute ago, pretty easy game versus the side of Evil Geniuses. A lot of people saying, Evil Geniuses, Allegiance, how do those two stack up against one another? A lot of people think they're pretty even. So if that's anything to kind of indicate off of, this should in some ways be a fairly easy series for Splyce to kind of walk through.
Just keep up the pressure against Allegiance. They're getting that easy map control. The score streak should be able to sink a win for the team. Smokes with the sniper, not able to do too much. Josh diving in his face with the E-Rad.
Oh.
So difficult to handle with the pistol in your hand. Splyce overwhelming Allegiance is able to close out map number 2, 6-2. Allegiance leading by 1. They had a pretty, not really a poor first side, but we're seeing a dunk play come in because the overdrive, that's going to be a 2-point score on the board. Splyce now leading by 1 point. Allegiance has to answer back in 30 seconds if they want to keep this map in their favor, but we still see Josh, who has the drone. He has access to the active camo. 4 kills go in favor of Splyce. This is so clutch. The wall run comes in. He doesn't have to pop the camo. He does it anyway. 2 points on the board, 15 seconds remaining. It looks like Splyce is going to win map number 3 and find themselves in the lead in this series.
Somehow Splyce is able to make it happen. They used the payloads effectively, what seemed like an incredible comeback. Granted, it was only 4 points, but it was still an incredible comeback that Allegiance was making. Quickly gets foiled, and the side of Splyce will narrowly escape with the game number 3 victory, and now that's going to put them in prime position to most likely take this series, as they're now going to be up 2-1.
But I think the more annoying thing is going to be Madcat with 33 kills. That's got to be a little bit more annoying than that's the cherry on our fun, right? Here it is, Bance finding 2 kills. Madcat, of course, catching his third.
Every time it pops up.
Yeah.
It's like, that player's pretty ticked off. That player's pretty mad.
Yeah, they're going to ignore it, though. They're not going to waste time shooting it because the game's not even going to make it back over to that hill, right? And so that's going to be the end of the game there. A dominating performance out of Madcat for Splyce.
Can Splyce do it? Do they have what it takes to shut down the green wall?
I'm not going to look to my right because I know he's going to disagree.
Watch your answer.
But I think Splyce have what it takes.
Okay.
To take down Optic in pool play. They've done it before. We've seen it champs in previous history. I'm just going to say, yeah, I think they got what it takes.
Yet Optic Gaming won't win as of this moment, but you've got Karma on a 5 streak. Oh, and he's saluting too. God bless America.
Letting you know at home, he's feeling nice. He's got a couple gunfights here at Scanners, trying to back down.
He's from Canada.
Play his life. Needs 1 more point, and there it is.
It's not even from the
Optic Gaming, though, looking very, very strong. Josh finds 1. Now going to be 2 versus 3. Trying to wrap back and help. He's found now another. He has camo to work with. He sees him on bridge. Oh, he went low. Can he get behind him before this runs out? Surely a little bit awkward. He's able to do it. Now it's going to be Crim 6. Josh, the 1 versus 1. Josh trying to answer the scump ace with an ace of his own, but Crim says, no, sir. Game 2, Optic Gaming.
Splyce, so they have one final push. Here it comes. Karma, the one line of defense here. Does he pop his camo? It does appear so. He's gonna get crafty with this one. Sneaks past multiple. One kill, can't get the second. Crimson's now alive, though. It's a 2v2. 10 seconds left. Josh with the 1v1 against Farvel. Can't get the kill as of yet. Can he get there in time? The dunk? No! Not going to happen. Optic Gaming gets way closer than they would have wanted in the end. And they'll take the 3-0 sweep over the Europeans.
What do you think about the upcoming game against Panda?
We're obviously doing really well against Optic, so we'll see how the series ends and then we'll go into our game and hopefully get a W.
6-1. Just say you're going to destroy him.
We're going to destroy him.
However, this now forces Splyce to spawn up behind them. This is not what they want. They need to position themselves and get ready for this because this can completely disrupt their setup. Josh pops the active camo, comes in and destroy the payload on the enemy team. That's the Centurion down. The recos go in favor of Splyce. I think that Pemby's push right there actually hurt them a lot more than he thought it would help them. Josh getting a little aggressive here on the bike path. No one from Panda Gaming really matching that aggression, at least on the bike path, but what Panda Gaming does have is heavy map pressure on mid, so they have the height advantage. Bance coming through to shut that down. 4 straight kills. That's in a beautiful way to end a round 11. Splyce comes back in a huge way for that final round.
Josh and Bance are going to be able to break through just like that. Split spawns coming from both sides. Panda actually spawning closer, so they need to be ready for this push. But 234 to 165. Now the Scorchers are going to come in from Jerd, and you're going to see some more kills come inside the hill. This should be Splyce, and it is going to be Splyce taking this series 3-1 over Panda.
Splyce versus E United. Who walks away with their head held high?
I've got to go with Splyce. I really think I think they're capable of bias. I can't. I mean, you know, Jerd, Madcap, Bance, and Josh. They're not going to let me down. And if they do, my head be it. You know, I'm going for Splyce. I'm rooting for the European squad. I think they can go far in the whole tournament.
Okay.
I'm going with Splyce.
This is all Splyce, ladies and gentlemen. 25 points remain. They only need 20 now. Will they be able to do it? Jerd on a 4 streak, Josh on a 3 streak. These two players are taking over the game.
And you know, Josh, key player matchup. We highlighted him at the beginning going up against Gunless. Josh gets the better end of this. 26-18, a minute in the hard point. The veteran, the leader, coming up big, and he only needs 3 points, baby.
And there it is, 250, not yet. We're going to one more hill. There it is. It's locked in, 250, 118.
You saw the FTL jump come forward. That was Jerd able to find. Jerd finds the second there as well. Trying to trade it out as Gunless. Pops the camo. Second to his right. Able to get it. There's third to his left. Not able to do it. And that is a 6-2 spanking coming out of Splyce. This is a game that, I mean, even more so than Hardpoint a lot of the time is so slaying-based, right? Because it comes down to possession. If you're talking about a sport like soccer, football, whatever, the longer you have the drone in your hand, the longer you have map control, the more points you're eventually going to get on the board. I mean, look at the Super Bowl. You had, what, by the end of the game, Tom Brady had thrown 62 times to Matt Ryan's 28 or something like that. Eventually, that time with the ball pays off, and this was just completely controlled by E United. Just 10 points needed here for E United to push this to a Game 5. The reverse sweep dream alive for the young up-and-comers. And there we go, baby, it's headed to Game 5. Jerd, you think you have some pretty good cover to work with, but not able to win the gunfight for Steen. He catches one, pushing out from balcony. He hits his reactive armor. He was scared he'd lose the gunfight. Now it's a 3v2. It's all on Bance now. 1 versus 2. Can he clutch? He's able to do it. He has reactive armor. Where's the final kill? He sees him. The shot's not on. There's only 17 seconds left.
Arcity's the last man standing here for E United. He could clutch it right here.
Doesn't have time. Doesn't have time.
Get it.
Done.